Hi guys, this is the desk unit, and so we're going to quickly just show you the features of this one. Come a little closer. So the door opens like so. Lift up. Inside here, the light. You can see how the lights go on. All right. Turn it off. Drawers. There's locking drawers. That's in the controller. This controller is what's going to activate or deactivate the locks on the side. Okay. Oh, sorry. And there. Down below, you can see the access to all the where the outlet's going to be and all the power that's going to be required to be ensure that it's hooked up. All right. Over here, the storage. It's meant to be open for the fire area. There's going to be a secondary panel that is upholstered. The client's only going to use in case they want to use it, but it's not necessarily going to be there. Again, all the plastic has to be removed from the faces and the edges. Over here, it's storage. There's a ventilation thing in the wall. You'll see it when you get there. It all sits off the floor. Well, actually, it sits on the floor. But you're going to have to. Greg will talk to you about how it gets installed. Up above, there's a gap from the ceiling. Oh, actually, yeah. There's lift up. All right. Oh, that's restricted. So now I'm going to introduce you to Greg, who built this unit. Okay. And Greg's going to give you some tips on installing the unit, obviously besides having it level.
All right. So to set up base boxes, bottom boxes, I've made those spacers which will put a plywood base in a right distance from the front of the box. You might find this useful if you need to. So before applying kicks on it, you can just set it up from the front edge of the cabinet, and you will find your base placement for all of the base cabinets. They are all pre-screwed, so you should line up screw holes with screws, shouldn't be any problem. But in case if it's not clear how to shuffle it left or right, because it has to line up on this end, you can just basically use the spacer from the front, and then on this end, it's as per drawing. Your kick has to be flush with the gable, so this piece is flush. They are all taped, all miters are working, everything is fine. This piece is connected on lamellos to the base. On the other gable, on the outside gable, this guy has a spline, has a continuous piece with the groove on the bottom. So you might have to do this entire piece together. You will be able to push this bottom base from the front, but if your angle is wrong way, you might not be able to tilt it, so you might have to put this entire unit together after scribing this against the floor. In terms of attachment to the wall, we have to go from the outside maybe. You have L brackets. There are L brackets attached to the unit itself. Those L brackets will be used to attach this to the wall, shimmed if necessary. You can even move them around if you need to. Everything will be covered with the end panel. An end panel has a scribe at the edge, so you will be able to hide all of it. If we come back again here, these shelves are not identical. Some of them at the bottom, they have slots cut out for the locking pins, so it doesn't go through. We have an opening at the bottom. At the top, so just don't mix and match them. The one without the cutout goes at the top. The same scenario is repeated here. We have a one shelf which is marked. D3 with the locking pins. This guy has to go into the opening, otherwise it's gonna slide through and drop from the pin. These guys are just a regular shelves, so once again we have two different kinds of shelves. Everything else is aligned and works fine. The only thing which might require a little bit tinkering is there is a double lock here. This lock has 4 screws for attachments. 2 of those screws are used right now and everything is working, but once you do the final adjustments and put bumpers and things like that, you might have to move it in or out, or even maybe shim them outside in order to catch those little catches here. The way it works, you get this remote
That's
control.
okay.
Yep.
I think that's good.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so here's just an overview of the unit.
Oh, and maybe we could talk about this guy here again.
Oh.
This entire black unit has wiring done, and it's gonna be left inside of the cabinet. And the exit for those wires for the lighting strip, it's basically right here at the bottom.
It's okay, you can see it. Yep.
It's actually it's right here, everything is strapped. You might have to move those wires around. But this unit is one glued unit, all and close together. And the plug has to stay in the open position. Even though this power bank is tiltable, you have to keep this in up position.
Okay.
There's no room for the wires to the back.
Thanks, Greg.